A lot of people say they try and live a life of purpose, but what happens if you can't find purpose? What happens if you realize that purpose is something that comes and goes? In our previous video, we spoke around passion, but this particular video is on purpose. And I see a lot of people depressed, unhappy, or just feel like they're unmotivated because they say, I don't have a purpose. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I think what we need to realize as humans is that purpose comes and goes. When we are young, our purpose is almost just to survive. Then our purpose becomes finishing school, then varsity, then getting a first job. And as we go through it, we get sold that the modern day version, you've got to have this absolute purpose in life. But that's not actually the case. We talk in the previous video on passion that babies aren't born with passion, right? So the same thing goes with purpose. Humans aren't born with purpose. So what are the three things we can use in life to realize that we can live a great life, an unbelievable life, in fact, without having an absolute purpose? The first thing is realizing is that purpose is going to come and go in your life. You're going to give things purpose, and purpose is going to disappear once you accomplish them. The purpose is to become accomplished, to gather a skill, to fulfill something. The minute that's fulfilled and done, some of that purpose starts dwindling. But the modern day world keeps on saying, you have to have a purpose, you have to have a purpose. What if I told you that if you remove the things you don't enjoy and add the things you do enjoy in life, purpose is not then necessary? Then you can allow purpose to come and go, but still lead an absolutely amazing life. So if I remove all the negatives that I don't particularly enjoy, not the things that I'm responsible for, wife, kids, earning an income, those are just responsibilities we have as a human. But all the things you should say no to that drag you down, deplete your energy, and just make you not enjoy living day-to-day life, those are the things you start removing. That then gives space for things that you do enjoy. So part of purpose is people go, I don't know what my purpose is, but there's no space for them to actually find that purpose because you're constantly doing things you don't enjoy. Once you remove the things you enjoy, it creates space. A lot of people go, oh, now I'm bored, I'm not sure what to do. That's when you move slightly out of your comfort zone in purpose to go and say, try different things until you enjoy something. I know golfers that their purpose was to get to a single-figure handicap, people in business to acquire a skill, children in school to get a specific grade or to make a sports team. And then once they achieve that, the achievement of something fades quite quickly once you achieve it. But the journey of it is what gave the purpose to it. And that then leads me on is enjoying the journey and being uncomfortable, not necessarily just trying to achieve something in that purpose. Because the person that walks 1,000 miles enjoying it is going to really enjoy walking 1,000 miles versus the person that just wants to get to the end of the 1,000 miles. They're going to see that 1,000 miles as more of a suffering to get to the end goal versus the person that has the mindset and the attitude to enjoy the 1,000 miles. And once you realize that and you do it a few times in life, you start understanding, and I want you to reflect and look back to things that you've accomplished. The accomplishment portion of something lasts very, very short, and it's an emotional feeling that eventually fades. But the build up to it, the struggle, the knowledge, the learning are the things to be proud of. And if you start learning to enjoy that, that's where the magic starts happening. And by removing things you don't want, allowing for space of things that you perhaps could enjoy and give you a new purpose, that's where the magic happens. And the thing that a lot of people fall into is they wait for purpose to happen, or they're looking for it, they're trying to drive it. But stop chasing purpose and actually start living. Because if you think of it, the most consistent people that wake up and focus on what truly matters to them lead a very happy and fulfilling life. So if you don't have a purpose and you say, I feel depressed because I don't know my purpose, this is what the world is supposed to be like, and this is what's supposed to make you happy. It's not true. What matters to you most, right? And that's the start of some of your daily life purpose, to make sure that every single day of your life you get to enjoy. So part of my structure in the way that I live a very happy life is I look at what matters to me. 1 being my health, 2 being my family, 3 being financial well-being, 4 helping other people, 5 scaling businesses. And if I put a routine in place that fulfills those buckets every single day, even though my purpose will waver over my lifetime, over a year, my purpose changes depending on what I'm focusing towards. But the structure allowing me to wake up, make sure that I get to the gym, make sure I spend time with my family, make sure I give my partners dedicated time in my businesses, make sure I'm trying to scale something, make sure that I'm spending time with my son and driving towards those things that truly matter. Purpose almost becomes irrelevant in my life because I'm actually filling my life with everything that is actually valuable. If this video resonated with you, you can watch our recap on passion right here, as well as if you want to move forward a little bit quicker, you can try out the Meta U course. The Meta U course stands for the most effective tactics available.